I just finished a 10-hour continuous shoot on the Lumix GH7 and the SmallRig X99 power bank. There was no overheating, no battery swaps either, and most importantly, I wasn't tethered to the wall socket. Today I'm going to walk you through the portable power rig that made all of this possible. Let's get into it. Welcome to the channel, folks. My name's Shane. I hope you're doing well. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through my killer portable camera rig for the Lumix GH7. And yes, it's quite chunky, but it actually performs beautifully. This is also a perfect setup for shooters with a full frame S5 Mark II or X or a GH6 or even something like the Sony FX3 or FX30. The setup logic is identical. You only have to change one part, which is the camera cage. Everything else will be identical. The reality of the GH7 is that while we get pro level features, the internal battery life isn't exactly wonderful. Depending on how you shoot and which codec you use, you generally won't get much more than an hour of runtime. Sure, you can get a dummy battery for the studio, but then you're always stuck near the wall socket, and the same goes for a USB-C or USB PD power supply setup like the one I'm using right now in the studio. The benefit of this rig is that it's 100% portable. When you combine this power setup with the proper media cards, you can record until the cows come home, or at least 10 plus hours, and I put that through some actual testing. I'll walk you through the simple setup and why you might want to consider this if you're shooting long form content of any kind. This setup gives you the full benefit of using the USB-C power supply without any of the drawbacks, minus the weight. SmallRig sent over the X99 battery and some of the parts for this particular build, but I already used their handles and cages in different setups. I already had some of the accessories already available, but thanks to them for sending these out. As always, they don't get to preview this video ahead of time. They're not paying me to make this review video. First up is the SmallRig HawkLock cage and kit, which is part number 4825. This cage is specifically designed for the GH6 and the GH7, but their Sony FX3 and FX30 cages are great as well, and I've used them in the past. This particular cage is robust enough to handle the entire rig. This top handle is included in the pack, along with a cable management clip, which I didn't feel the urge to use for this particular build. Now, the top handle screws in nice and fast if you do need to use it, and it also offers you more mounting points once it's attached. While the top handle is great for certain shooting situations, I opted for something a little bit different. I went for the SmallRig HawkLock H21 quick release monitor support with NATO clamp option. Now, I've had this for years and it follows my builds around. You can go back and see some of my other builds and I was using this exact part. This also frees up the hot shoe mount for a wireless pack if I do need to use it. The cage leaves room for all of the important ports, dials, and media card slots, buttons and so forth, so you're not compromising anything with the actual cage installed, and also adds a nice sort of girth to the grip. The real winner here is the SmallRig HawkLock parts, and I'll show you how they work. So this allows you to, say, take this handle off within a second. Same thing for the monitor, you just push it out and you're in business. So it's much faster than having to screw everything in manually, and it locks into place beautifully. The same can also be done with the battery. This V-mount plate kit is the bridge between the cage and the battery, and it does two things. It makes the X99 portable, and it acts as a literal shield for the LCD screen on this side. As you can see, I've got it flipped out right now, but if I want to protect the screen and I'm moving around, all I have to do is flip it back the other way, and it clicks into place beautifully. I really love this feature. The benefit of this is that it will protect the glass on the LCD screen, and this is a great addition to the setup. I wasn't exactly sure how well the screen would fit, but it is adjustable. You can kind of shuffle it around up and down, and then it just clicks into place nice and snug. The brain of this battery is the 2-inch color touchscreen on the front here. It's got a frosted anti-glare finish, which is nice because you can actually see it when you're working outside. This battery doesn't show you some sort of vague percentage either. It gives you real-time wattage draw for every individual port that's located on the battery, the temperature, and exactly how much runtime you have left based on your rig's power consumption. The X99 is loaded with ports. You've got 2 USB-C ports, 2 DTAP ports, a USB-A, and 2 DC barrels. One's 8 volts and the other is 12. Each output runs on its own independent circuit, so this means you can power your camera, a monitor, and even a wireless follow focus all at once without the voltage sagging or the battery cutting out. One of the things I love about having 100 watts of power on tap is that it just isn't a camera battery, it's a workstation battery. I can be out in the field and use the USB-C port to actually charge my phone and wireless pack in the car when I need a little bit of extra juice. Or if you like to monitor your footage with either Lumix Lab or Lumix Flow, odds are you've noticed how much faster your battery life will go down. Maybe if you're on a new phone, it won't be as big of a deal, but I'm on an older iPhone, and every time I load those apps up, man, my battery life starts to suffer. The great news is with this particular setup, you can power and keep your phone on charge the entire time. When it comes to topping this thing back up and charging the battery, you aren't stuck waiting around all day. Both of the USB-C ports support 100 watt power delivery, 3.0 fast charging. You can go from 0 to 100% in exactly 2 hours officially, but I clocked it in at 2 hours and 20 minutes. Now let's talk about a few of the downsides. So if it wasn't blatantly obvious, adding this battery to your rig will add almost 1 kilogram. It comes in at 880 grams, which won't be for everybody, obviously. You're balancing the weight with the usability factor, and being that this battery will last as long as it does, it will allow you to shoot all day, even in rough environments, thanks to the IP54 rating. This also has a drop-proof shell as well. So if you're shooting in the rain or in rough environments where the gear might get knocked around, the extra weight is basically insurance for your production. Let's talk about my recording test that I ran. So I loaded up my 512 gigabyte CF Express card, which gives you many hours of recording, which is fantastic. I had a fully charged internal battery and the fully charged SmallRig battery. The camera ran shooting 4K 422 10-bit at 25 frames per second for 10 hours and 19 minutes. Now, given I did have an internal battery, I got at least 9+ hours out of the SmallRig X99 before that ran flat, and then I got my regular just over an hour or so from the internal battery. But this is wild. It ran overnight the entire time. I woke up and it was just starting to go flat. It ran overnight without any problems at all. I started it before I went to bed. Couple of hours after getting up, it was still going, which is crazy. So yeah, it really extends your runtime. Now, if you're shooting in different codecs and frame rates, it's all going to change how long the battery will last, or if you're powering an external monitor. But the great news is if you're shooting long events, this thing's an absolute no-brainer. The reason I was shooting to the CF Express B card is that it was the only card I had where I knew it was just going to record until I woke up the next day. It was still running. It was crazy. Secondly, if you are using this particular rig with the battery, powering it via USB-C, then you lose the ability to use an external SSD. So just keep that in mind if it's important for you. Now, if you prefer to use a dummy battery, you can absolutely do that as well. But just know if you accidentally pull the cable out, you've lost your file. So again, it's better having an internal battery and then powering it via USB-C. Just also note, if you are using this battery in this particular fashion, you lose the ability to use the external SSD because there's only one USB-C port. So just keep that in mind. Let's talk about who the SmallRig X99 is for. This is a fantastic battery for filmmakers who require portability and long-form recording like live music or speaking events through to long-form sort of content creation and podcasting where swapping a battery out isn't an option. Let us know what you think of the X99. I'm very impressed. The on-screen display is just a pleasure to have. It really sets your mind at ease compared to some of those vague battery meters you'll find on other solutions. I really like it. Now, this field monitor at the top is from FieldWorld. It's got a built-in rechargeable battery, so I can also charge and power that at the same time. If you want to take a look at that video, I'll link it up in the cards. Thanks for watching.